This is LightCast Entertainment. We bring you details of news in politics, entertainment, everything buzzing in the Nigerian entertainment industry, and many more. Do wait to subscribe to get updates with happenings in Nigerian entertainment scene as well as politics. Many thanks. Justice James Omotosho of the Federal High Court Abuja has sentenced the leader of the Indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu. Justice had earlier convicted Kanu on all 7 counts leveled against him by the federal government. The judge sentenced Kanu to life imprisonment for count 1, 2, 4, 5, and 6. He also sentenced Kanu to 20 years for count 3 without option of fine. The judge sentenced Kanu to 5 years in prison on count 7 without option of fine. Justice Omotosho ruled that he should not be kept in Kuje prison. He forfeited Nnamdi Kanu's radio transmitter to the government and banned him from access to social media. The court had earlier found Nnamdi Kanu guilty on count 1 to 7 of the terrorism charges brought by the federal government against him. The ruling delivered on Thursday marks a major turning point in the long-running case, which has spanned several years and drawn national and international attention. Justice James Omotosho upheld the prosecution evidence, which alleged that Kanu used a broadcast to threaten violence against the Federal Republic of Nigeria. The judge summarized the count as follows: committing an act of terrorism against the federal government of Nigeria by making broadcasts threatening people will die and the world will be at a standstill. Justice Omotosho held that the evidence clearly established that the IPOB leader instigated action capable of terrorizing the public. While delivering the ruling, the judge said Kanu knew what he was doing. He was bent on carrying out all the threats without consideration to his own people. He added that the prosecution unchallenged evidence showed that Kanu's directive amounted to preparatory acts of terrorism. He had the duty to explain himself but failed to do so, the court stated. Justice Omotosho further noted that the material evidence tendered in court demonstrated that Kanu ordered controversial sit-at-home directive in the southeast. The judge emphasized that the order, which had caused economic paralysis and widespread fear across the region, reinforced the prosecution claim that Kanu instigated acts amounting to terrorism. Count 2 states that Kanu issued a deadly threat that anyone who flouted his sit-at-home order would be killed, while in count 3 he professed himself to be a member and leader of IPOB. Speaking on count 4, the judge noted that the prosecution successfully proved that Kanu used a 2021 broadcast to incite violence against members of Nigerian Armed Forces and Law Enforcement Agency. The ruling stated in the count filed against him, Kanu made a broadcast in 2021 to cite the people of Nigeria to kill security personnel. Justice Omotosho held that the broadcast was deliberate, inflammatory, and intended to provoke widespread attack on soldiers, police officers, and other security operatives. The judge further ruled that in count 5, Kanu made another broadcast, urging attacks not only on security personnel but also on their families. In count 5, he made a broadcast to hunt and kill families of Nigerian security personnel, Omotosho said. The count described the statement as act of terrorism under Nigerian law, noting that such directives endanger national security and contribute to rising attack in parts of the country. According to Justice Omotosho, Kanu was found guilty of making a broadcast to direct members of IPOB to manufacture guns, while in count 7 he imported into Nigeria and kept in his possession a radio Biafra equipment. This is the video of Kanu breaking down in tears when the judgment was made. Meanwhile, the Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives, Benjamin Kalu, has expressed confidence in President Bola Tinubu's willingness to listen to the plea of well-meaning Igbo leaders regarding the convicted leader of the Indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu. Kalu made this known in a statement issued on Tuesday in Abuja by his Chief Press Secretary, Linus Nwabogu. Kalu expressed optimism that Kanu will be freed through the political approach, stressing that the president will not be adverse to it. According to him, all hope for Kalu's freedom is not lost despite the conviction. He urged the people of the Southeast and indeed Nigerians to remain calm. It is now time to explore political solution and had been hindered because the matter was before the court. But now that the court had finished, it is time to intensify requests to the president's intervention, and we are sure that the president will not adverse to it. We are going to get it. All hope is not lost. Our people should remain calm.